What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cracker Hunters, Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
And today we're going to be talking about some, because we love the Quarter Dead. As anybody who's watched anybody who's watched our previous videos know we are a big fan of the Quarter Dead. And you see there's no statues up here today. And that's because we're going to be talking about some of the statues that are upcoming that we're excited, well, I ain't going to say just excited about, but we're going to go through some of the upcoming statues, go through some of the things that we like about them. And then we're going to talk about some of the ones that I know which one I'm most excited for. Yeah. Yeah, and we're each going to give our own one we're most excited for and why. All right, I'm going to bring out my list because, there's a few of them coming out.
So there's four main ones, right?
What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually.
Oh.
All right, so first we're going to start off with,
four main ones.
But we're going to talk about Odium first. Reincarnated Rage. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, I was actually just thinking.
Oh.
Odium.
Yeah, Odium.
Okay, so.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The character of Odium is going to be more like a Gollum character, I'm guessing.
I would say more along
Golem, not Gollum. Golem.
I would say more along the lines of a Hulk, but the Hulk for the Quarter of the Dead.
Yeah, or like a giant. Okay, if you take two characters that pre-exist, this is what Odium reminds me of, is Solomon Grundy.
Oh, that's actually, that's actually a good point.
Mixed with a Tor from Pharaoh Tor from Mortal Kombat 10.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Tor, the big
dude with the dude on his back.
Yeah, with the chick on his back. Yeah, that's Pharaoh Tor.
Okay.
Combo. So
he loves Mortal Kombat, by the way.
Yeah, so that would be Tor.
Okay. I don't know much about Mortal Kombat, so fuck that game. But
yeah, that game's awesome. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Now, one of the things I really loved about Odium is its size. That thing is huge. So I think it's like almost 3 feet. Oh, not 3 feet, but it's a little over 2 feet. It's like 27, 28 inches tall.
Is it gonna be like about the size of like your fucking Wolf Hunter Predator?
I think it may be about that size. Yeah. About 28 inches tall, something like that.
But pretty light, because I'm pretty sure they're making it out of like what?
Yeah, they're making
PVC and stuff.
Yeah, PVC and vinyl. And that was one of the things I was worried about most of all, because I have one that's made out of vinyl mostly, and that's the Wolf Predator bust. And as you can tell by my face, I wasn't very pleased with the quality of that particular statue.
But for a normal, like just a normal person though, I mean, besides a collector, that's
I'm a collector, so I want shit that's going to.
I mean, there's always stuff you're gonna have to look at.
But right, but one thing I was pleased with, because I'm part of a Facebook group for the Quarter of the Dead, and the actual, I don't want to say creator, but I think creator / main guy who's in charge of helping design a lot of the figures and stuff like that, Tom Gilead. He actually assured me that, no, the quality is good, which one of the things I told him is that one of the things I'm never concerned about is the quality of the Quarter of the Dead.
Right.
And I've been one of the lucky ones. Every statue I've gotten from them has been top notch, and I've been impressed with it. As you can tell from our previous reviews of the Quarter of the Dead, that we've loved every one of the statues so far. We have some that we like more than others, but
every one of them are top notch.
Yes, we've never been disappointed by any statue that we've gotten from the Quarter of the Dead.
Yeah.
And he assured us that the pictures that we saw were final production. No, the prototype.
The prototype pictures are actually final production.
Yes, exactly. So that's what we're going to get.
And
I'm excited for it.
That's actually a good design choice, though, putting it like PVC and vinyl, because it's such a big statue.
Right, and that's what he was saying too, because it's such a huge statue.
I mean, you don't want the motherfucker to weigh 50 pounds, you know?
Right, and he said some of the design choices they chose to go with, it worked better with the vinyl / PVC.
Right.
Because polystone or anything like that, anything heavier would have made it difficult to do some of the design choices that they went with with the with Odium.
Not only that, it's pretty durable.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard to destroy PVC or vinyl.
Well, as we see with the Wolf Predators dreads,
Fuck
with the dreads.
And I agree. And to me, that was a smart design choice in that one.
Design choices.
Yes. And I'm excited for that one because the biggest one we've gotten so far is Aglavale, as you can see back there, if you can see in my collection. Aglavale is probably the largest one, as far as not just tallest, but he's looking right now.
I don't know, man.
Well, Dimethal is pretty tall, but I think overall the overall size and weight of the statue itself, that Aglavale so far is the biggest one.
Man, he's a cool character.
And he is, and he's a very nice looking statue. Like so, that's one.
Well, they made good design choices with Aglavale.
I agree
too, because of the swords being
exactly,
so big.
and that's one of the things that, because you all know that far as swords, I prefer metal, but in the
Aglavale area,
yes, in the Aglavale, it made more sense to make his not metal because they're so large that if you had made them metal, it would have had a high chance of maybe stretching and leaning the joints that connected him.
Or just fall off and break.
Or one or the other, exactly. So I do think, I'm curious to see what Odium's going to be like with it being strictly PVC and vinyl. Well, so I'm curious to see what it's going to look like.
There's
in the final
a little
product.
bit of a difference on the weapon choices though between like Aglavale and Odium. Odium's more hand-to-hand combat. You notice that?
You're right. Okay,
basically got like the real close blades. He's trying to draw his enemies.
The ones,
he's trying to draw his enemies in close.
His is on his hands. So I agree with you on that one.
It's close combat rather than slicing.
Right, and so I'm excited to see, because of the size of that one itself, I'm excited to see what the Quarter of the Dead team is able to do with a piece that's designed without polystone, that's strictly PVC and vinyl. And I said, one of the things that I'm not concerned with the quality of it, because like I told Tom,
we know the quality.
Yeah, exactly. Great. It's going to be amazing. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried. I just want to see the look of it, and hope, because you all know that you will see a review from us from Odium.
You know what I'm kind of curious to see on him is actually the muscle structure.
Oh, me too,
how
man.
he's so goddamn big.
Right.
I'm hoping they're going to base him off some kind of like bodybuilder.
I hope so, man. And it looks like I said, Odium looks like a Hulk type figure.
I know, and I'm hoping it's going to be a little anatomically correct. I'm hoping it's going to be anatomically correct.
Right. And the only thing that that not concerns me, but is a little off-putting, is that his type of character does not fit with the Quarter of the Dead line that we've seen. It
kind of does, though. I mean, we've got an assassin. Why not a berserker?
Well, and that's fair enough, but I mean the look of him as far as the hugeness and that Hulk type figure.
Yeah.
All the other ones have been
pretty lean.
Yeah, pretty lean and
feminine.
Not just feminine,
well,
but
there's
just,
a lot of feminine stuff.
And they are. And it's just that I don't think that Odium, he's the first one to really give that huge type look. Body for it,
warrior.
So I am curious to see how they handle that with the final production pieces. If what Tom said was true,
tank.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The tank character. We're kind of curious to see how that's going to work out and how that fits in his story.
Right, and I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for all the upcoming Quarter of the Dead pieces. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is Relic Ravlatch, the Paladin of the Dead. Now, that one looks amazing. Like, I love the look of that one as far as the
Crusader look.
Well, it's a Crusader / dead look, and I love that.
But it's not a skeleton.
No, exactly.
Because there's flesh on it.
Exactly, and because one of the things, like, I know the Bone Faction strictly deals in mostly skeletal figures.
Which, I mean, that's cool.
And it is. And one of the things I like about the Quarter of the Dead is they make their skeletal figures not look like basic ones that you see on like D&D and other like media that we've seen with skeletal figures before. It's plain, it's boring, and every skeletal figure we've gotten from the Quarter of the Dead has been different. Just different. They like
Dimethal.
Like Dimethal. Well, not just Dimethal is different from.
What's that big dude?
I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name now. I'm ashamed. I'm sorry. But and you have Zial. So none of them have looked exactly alike.
Zial's probably the most original one.
She is, and I agree. She's my favorite one out of the Bone faction, and that's one of the things that I'm not concerned with. Even if they would have made it a skeletal figure for Ravlatch, I wouldn't have been concerned because he looks so different from all the previous characters that you're not going to feel like you're getting the same thing over and over again.
Right, and not only, I mean, the Crusader look though, man, that's a good look.
Because he has that switch out shield and everything like that.
He's got the shield that's like on his back too. Not only that, but his cloak, like his cape.
Right, he's got a sword on. He's got a weapon on the side. Yeah, exactly.
His mixed media actually looks like it's gonna be.
It's gonna
have a point, and it's not gonna cover anything up.
Right, so, and that's the one. I know that's the main ones you like, where the mixed media is you're able to push it back enough to where you can see the entire statue.
Well, see, I don't even think you're gonna even have to push it back.
I don't think so either. That's the way his is kind of like shards, where hers is so far back in the back of her, it's more of a cape than anything else, and you can see the rest of the statue.
It adds to the statue,
right, and that take away from it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, Carolina, it does not take anything away from it. And not only that, man, the face itself,
it looks good,
so detailed, and the armor that's showing that has no mixed media on it,
right,
so detailed.
And I love the lantern he's holding up with the spirit type stuff coming out of there.
You know, you love the lantern. I love the fucking sword, man.
I know you do.
It looks like a holy fucking golden cross,
right?
You know,
for me, I like the shield better. Like that's the one. That's
the shield. It's like the sword is holy and the shield is demonic.
Right, you know? And I just love
the mixture.
And I love the fact that you're able to switch out that you don't have to have the shield. Right. You don't have to. You can switch, and I love the design decisions of the Quarter of the Dead, man. Those always make me excited for them.
I know, you know, it's just so fun, man. It's so fun to talk about, so fun to think about, and the actual comic books and stuff, you know, and the stories behind these characters.
And we're going to go into detail about that because we've got some suggestions, especially from you, Hank Slot.
Yeah,
we appreciate some of the suggestions because I think this was one of your suggestions. This is going over some of the upcoming Quarter of the Dead figures.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all the feedback and suggestions that we get because we really take it to heart. We really want to do videos that you guys and gals want to see. So this is one of the ones that Hank recommended. So that's why we're doing it today. But Ravlatch, man, that's actually, we'll get into that later on. But yeah, I really love the look of Ravlatch. That's one that I think
he's just cool, man. The pose that they got picked out for him too.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, just cool. Fucking yeah. And that pose is amazing.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I think that's gonna be one of the ones for me, from what I've seen from the prototype pictures, that's gonna be one of the ones that may rival Melavestros. I've been waiting for a statue.
I don't think so.
Again,
I don't think so, but we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. It's upcoming. So the prototype pictures had me excited, and I've been waiting for a statue to rival Melavestros because everybody already knows Melavestros for me is the best the Quarter has come out with, and I know you feel Galavarb is.
I feel like Galavarb version 1 is the best, but you know it's either or.
I think those two are probably the two best. Like, as far as bases and everything else, those two are the best Quarter of the Dead statues that have come out so far.
Well, we'll see.
Exactly. We got
some fucking cool ass ones, man.
But so that's Ravlatch. Next, the next one we're gonna go over is
let's do a Poxel.
Okay, Poxel. Yeah. So next one is Poxel. Poxel the Scourge. Poxel the Scourge. I love that one because
that's gonna be fun, man.
Oh man,
it's gonna be one to rival Avarkus on the gore.
Right, and that one's more of from what I've seen,
character.
That's what the impression that I've gotten
honestly
off of that one.
I think he's probably the scariest. I think that she's the scariest character that Court of the Dead is coming out with.
Again, we're basing our opinions and speculations off of the prototypes that we've seen so far that we're posting that we've been posting.
That is going to be the scariest character that they've came out with, man. Just by the pose, from what we've seen on the website, the pose, the face, and the attachments and everything. I mean, it's just.
And I love that look of her mask
yeah,
too.
it just begs horror. You know,
it does.
It screams it begs and screams horror movie character.
And I think and they were smart too, because again, you all know that from our last video of the Court of the Dead that we talked about Varkas as far as being the most underrated character in the Court of the Dead that no one really talks about.
Yeah, it's because of the gore.
And it really is. And that's one of the things that I got some feedback on as far as people why they wouldn't collect him or probably haven't gotten him is because of the gore. And it looks like they scaled back the gore enough to where it's going to be it looks like a horror themed statue, but also not so much as to where people wouldn't want to collect them.
What it is
or collect her.
It reminds me of a classic kind of horror, you know, just something that's extremely scary without the shock value of horror.
Right, yes.
You know, because everybody knows, like, the scariest shit that you see in movies is stuff that's scaled back. You don't have to see blood and gore.
Right.
To be scared. What scares you is the little things.
And because it leaves a lot to your imagination.
Like, what the fuck is a goddamn spoon for on Poxel?
Right. And what I love about Poxel is that kind of ostrich look with the long legs.
That bird.
Yeah, that bird-like type look.
It's a Skeksis look.
Because she's a scavenger.
Yeah.
So, and it makes sense to make her, and she looks like a scavenger in her prototype
a
pictures.
raven kind of deal,
right.
Or a vulture.
I still think she looks more like a ostrich, or what's the other one? Emu. Yeah.
No. It's more like.
Well, not the top part. Just the bottom half.
Legs.
The legs.
The legs. Yeah, the legs look a lot like an ostrich or an emu. They're kind of like the same, but still, like, when you actually look at the build of the character, it reminds you more of like the Dark Crystal's Skeksis.
Oh man, you're right. It does look like that. Check
with the mask.
Check out the new Netflix series, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it out there. Check out that. It's amazing. But
yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the genocide on that one, but because, you know, that's a hell of a dark show.
Yeah, it is.
But like they like the top part and the body build and the mask. If you have the mask on, it looks a lot like a Skeksis.
Right, and it really does. It honestly does. Because I didn't think about that at first until you brought it up.
Like a really fucked up version of a Skeksis.
Just a very undead version of it. Like if it died and came back to life after decaying for a couple months.
It's got railroad spikes in its back.
Oh man, I love Court of the Dead so much. I could go on. I could make video after video of the Court of the Dead.
I just don't understand how, like, people are not.
Well, they are now. It's still not as much as I would prefer. I think people.
It's a good story and it's a good line.
Well, it's just that people.
It's just fun.
It really is. But I think people are more willing to buy something that
is known.
It's known, like Batman, Superman, stuff like
Predator,
that. Exactly. And I completely understand it. I disagree with
horror movie characters.
Right. But I disagree with it. But I do understand why people do that.
It's a different type of collection.
It's a no-name.
It's a different type of collection.
Right. And it's not based off an established comic book or movie or anything like that. So I understand why people are hesitant to probably purchase Court of the Dead figures. But man, I have every one. I have every one since the beginning.
I am so fucking glad you started this collection.
Me too. I am too, man. And that's why I have all of them, because I want to support a new line.
Dude, I'm surprised there's none of these the little ones on your desk.
Well, at work it's a little different. You know, I don't want to give people my macabre.
It's your
I don't want
desk.
to give. Yeah, it's true, but still,
it's still your.
People
desk.
judge at work, I'm a accordion. I'm a leader, so I gotta be meh. But anyways,
I'm kind of a leader too, but I still have an upside down cross on my cover.
Right, it's true. But Poxel is one of the ones which hopefully comes out next month, which you already know. Everybody, we're gonna have a review on it. Already got it pre-ordered, so you already know.
Dead up.
Yeah. So another one we're gonna be talking about is Oglavale, the version 2, I think it's Dred's Bane Enforcer. It looks like the same. What Oglavale looks like.
First question though.
Yes, because he hasn't seen this one yet.
Scratch there?
No, he's not. One of the things I've seen from that, which there are some smaller versions of Scratch and a couple other figures he hasn't seen all the Quarter of the Dead figures yet.
You got to really dig kind of deep in the Sideshow Collectibles website.
Yeah, you do.
To find these things.
But one of the things I do like about the new Aglaville, the version 2 of him, is that it's going to be a different color scheme because one of the things
black.
Yeah, it's a plain statue.
It's a plain color palette.
Yes.
It's not a plain statue.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Plain color palette.
Exactly. It's a plain color palette. This one's adding some more color to it.
What colors are they adding to it? Are they
it's like a violet type, dark violet, purplish color and stuff like that.
That's new. That's different.
Exactly. And it looks like they're going to be using like sort of the look of the bust from Aglaville, not the first version of his mask. The look of his mask, his face right here.
Are they going to do like more of like him in his mode? Like
they didn't show. It doesn't look like they're going to have a mask that you can put on, as far as like the bust.
But he's going to have a mask on, right?
No,
it's going to be his face.
It's going to be his face, but it's more along the lines of the face that the legendary scale bust had.
Yeah, but the bust has the mask on.
But you can take it off though. Yeah, there's some things he don't know about it.
Sorry.
The only thing I don't like is that it's too similar to the first one. Like the pose and everything like that. Oh. The only thing I would have preferred is an actual version 2, like Galavarb and Kair and
you know what would be really cool?
Gethsemane.
If you're actually posing him in the manner of his character, executing somebody.
Something like that. I can agree with that.
That would be cool.
Right.
That would be cool, Sideshow.
And
if you're going to have an executioner, might as well have him executing somebody.
Right. And that's one of the things I'm complaining about is that it's too similar to the original version as far as the pose. Like it's almost the exact same pose with the different color palette. And it may be a more up-to-date head sculpt.
I would have sculpt in general.
No, it's almost the exact same sculpt, just a different head sculpt and maybe a different color palette.
That sucks.
And I'm still gonna get it because I'm a 100% collector. Yeah, you have to. I'm a Quarter of the Dead fan, so I'm gonna get it. But that's the only thing
got the Apple.
That's right. And there's 2 more versions of this coming out too, by the way.
Are you gonna get them?
Yes, of course.
Man, this Apple's cool though.
But that's the only thing that I have a main complaint about. Far as the Aglaville I don't even really want to call it a version 2,
but still,
because it's just different colors.
But still, it's coming out. You're gonna get it.
And you're right.
We're gonna
review it.
We're gonna do a review.
Exactly.
And we're gonna do a comparison.
Exactly. So it's still gonna happen. So I'm still curious to see if there's anything that I missed.
And even if it's not up to your standards, it's still gonna be
no.
It's still
the
gonna
prototype
be
still looks amazing.
Yeah,
it still looks good.
Better than par.
Exactly. I just wish they would have went with a different pose or something like that.
Well, it's not out yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, right. But the prototype still shows it as that pose.
Okay, we'll see.
So yeah.
I mean, they've changed poses before.
So another one we're going to talk about today is, I think we had...
No, we need Shards version 2.
Oh yes, Shard version 2. I have been excited and hoping that they, because it's been years.
It almost seems like that was the first version 2 that should have came out.
I personally, I wanted to see that one because we have the Underworld version, and the version 2 of Shard is going to be her with her
warriors.
Her warrior state. Yeah, exactly.
Fighter.
What are those people? I forgot. Not paladins, but Crusader. It's going to be
Templar Knight.
Yeah, Templar. Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be more and it's not going to be not the undead version, but more of a Templar Knight version where she's in an action pose. She's got a mace and a sword. I cannot. Oh, I'm so excited for that.
And her cloak is so much better.
Yes, it is.
Her mixed media is going to be off the goddamn charts, man. It's going to be fun to look at. It's going to be fun to talk about.
I think so.
Her armor, her cloak, everything about it is going to be fun.
From the
weapons.
Right.
The change of the weapons is
yes.
fun. I mean, she's got a mace.
Man, I would hope they do the mace in metal, but I know they're not because it's way too heavy.
It doesn't even really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. But that's way too heavy.
It's gonna be cool,
right?
It's gonna be fucking cool shit.
And it looks amazing. Like she's, like I said, she's like in a warrior pose, like Kair. Like compared to her version 1, where she's like getting ready to attack some shit.
You know, just already fucking killing him. No. Her pose is more along the lines of like she's on her way to do her first blow.
Right, yeah. Just get ready to
fuck you up.
Crush somebody's skull with her mace. And I'm excited to see with that one, which it finally got put up for RSVP. So.
And it's gonna be hard to do though, because you know, like Shard has always had like the duality of the weapons.
The two blades, right.
She's always had like the heavenly sword and the demonic sword.
And
so I'm kind of curious to see how they're gonna work that mace in.
Me too.
And if she still has that other sword.
I would prefer, like, far as her version 2, I would prefer a shielded mace. That's what I would prefer.
Yeah, but that's not really the Templar way.
What? They don't have a shield?
No, they don't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, the Knights of the Templar carry a long sword.
Okay.
And they use it for crushing blows rather than
cutting.
Yeah, I mean, because even if you're holding a shield and somebody hits you with that damn sword, it's going to break your fucking arm.
Right. But I'm excited to see the final production piece of that one, which I know that was because it's up for RSVP and it hasn't even been up for pre-order yet. So it is probably more likely it won't come out till next year. But I am excited to see that one because I've been hoping.
We've been talking about it for a long time.
Yes, we have, and I think it's been a year or two since they showed the preview version that was at I think New York Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con, one or the other, from a year or two ago. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, man, I can't wait.
We have to have it.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's what I've been hoping. I've been hoping for version 2s of all the original characters, along with new characters. Which they're finally balancing that out, where we're having version 2 of of Shard, but we're having new characters come out as well.
They're doing great things, and
they are.
Sideshow is doing great things with their line of the Court of the Dead, and I think that's the most fun about it is there's always something that's going to come out that we're going to want. And
not even just that.
The jewelry.
Right.
The jewelry's coming out.
The
books. Well, I mean,
and the board game, which
is that really Sideshow though?
Yeah, it is. It's Court of the Dead.
I thought it was a Kickstarter thing.
But it was the Court of the Dead team using the Kickstarter to get the funds for their board game, which I have that. I was one of the Kickstarter backers, so I'll have that and we'll review that as well. Yeah. But one thing I hope they continue to do is still bring out version 2s of the original characters, because one of the ones I hope and I'm excited that they hopefully do is a version 2 of
Zial,
Zial, Melivestros, and Avarkus. I want 3 of those, and Cleopsis. I would love to see him sitting on the throne or something.
The Melivestros one, I don't know if that. The character himself, he's not part of any faction.
I still would like to see a different
pose,
and a different interpretation. That's a different interpretation of that character.
But he's still the same character.
It's true, but someone still could do a pose that's a different interpretation of it.
I don't know if you can add on to him though.
I don't know either. It's a perfect statue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't know if you can add on to that.
Yeah. Unless he's like hanging up in a tree, fucking.
I don't know what you could do to enhance that statue.
Yeah, I do. I know what you could do to enhance that statue. Fucking have that motherfucker up in a tree, literally like a Court of the Dead tree, fucking hanging down, talking to somebody.
That's fair enough. I can get with
that. That's a big statue, and that is.
I'd pay for it still.
Oh yeah,
I'd still pay for it. I'm not even gonna lie. I paid $1,000. I paid almost $1,000 for Dimethal. So
I think
that shows my dedication to the.
That would be one of the bigger statues.
I think so too.
So that's the only way you can add to it. You have to actually add some background and shrubbery and shit like that, and death even more. And not only that, you'd have to add to his gesture kind of deal,
right?
His smile and him just enjoying himself.
I would love to see him as in a tree like a Cheshire.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheshire
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it's just like, but you'd have to do it the Court of the Dead style.
Right, and I think I have complete faith in him.
And it would be beautiful.
It would be amazing.
Him in a tree, fucking observing and chronicling this shit.
It would be amazing.
Oh yeah,
I have no doubt about it.
Yeah, instead of wax, we'd have bark.
Right.
Now
there's there's a couple other ones that we're not going to go into too much detail because we already seen what they look like on the other statues where we have the life-size
bust of
mask.
the crowns.
Well, yeah, life-size mask of Gethsemine's crown and
the
Kyrie's.
life-size mask of Kyrie.
And we have a life-size
crown.
crown. Yeah, life-size crest. Yeah, crown. So I'm still gonna get those, of course, because I'm a Court of the Dead completionist. I'm not as excited for those though. Those are just something that I want to have as a completionist of the Court of the Dead and to support them.
The question is, are they just for show or are they wearable?
I think it's just for show. Oh. So, but I'm like, I ain't gonna wear them.
I mean, your woman could.
But I still am going to collect those because I still want to support the Court of the Dead for what they're doing, and I still want to collect all of the Court of the Dead. That's my goal. Every piece they come out with, I want to have in my collection.
So, I mean, it would make it better, though, if they were wearable.
Fair enough, but
I mean, Cece, I mean, would she... How fun would that be for you?
A lot of fun. Now, one of the things, too, man, so we're there's another statue, but I forgot to add this one in, but it's one of the spirit one that has the head separated, but we didn't get a chance to really look at that one, so we'll come back to that one another
Well, we
time.
can talk about the dolls, too.
I'm not going to talk about the dolls. Yeah, But one thing,
that's part of the factions, though.
It is,
I mean,
but
it's a doll that you can create your own. Well, you can.
I'm not gonna get them. That's
they're
actually
extremely expensive.
They are
For what they are, they're too expensive.
No. But actually, when you think about it, those dolls are actually those type of dolls that they're creating them as are actually more expensive than the price of the Court of the Dead. Those things can get into the thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
they're
expensive. They're too expensive.
So they're cheap. Well, no. Well, those dolls in particular, I think, are too expensive. But it's cheap. The Court of the Dead dolls are cheap compared to the other types of dolls. They're structured in the manner.
I'm talking about the faction dolls.
I know, but I mean,
it's the same. It's the same character, but with each different faction.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting those. That's actually only thing I'm not going to get because they are expensive, and I'm not into the porcelain type dolls thing. Yeah, that's only the ones I'm not going to get.
That's a little much.
Yeah, that's a little much. Now, one of the things now what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about me and Onubis are going to talk about the ones that we've talked about so far that we're most excited for. Which upcoming Court of the Dead? Oh, that was quick. So why are you excited about Poxel?
I am a gigantic fan of Avarkus, and I love the horror aspect of it. But not only that, I just love the character himself. I mean, she just looks fucking cool and scary. She looks scary.
Right.
When you hear something like Court of the Dead, you expect scary. You don't expect warrior. You expect scary. And I think that Poxel was one that's going to really embrace that. And I think it's going to be one of the fun ones that we're going to be able to talk about.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I almost guarantee it's going to be underrated, just like Avarkus.
And I can agree
probably
with that.
will be. Maybe not. I don't know. I've been wrong before. I was wrong about Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Everyone was.
Yeah, everybody was. But, I mean, it seems like it's going to be underrated. Might be. I don't know. But it is definitely going to be interesting.
I agree. Now, that's going to be an interesting one.
I think that's going to be the most interesting. And I know Odium, being such a different character, I know he's going to be interesting too because we've never seen anything like a Golem character.
Right.
Yeah, Golem character. Fucking big ass bad motherfucker who's going to fuck your whole world up.
Right.
But still, it's fun to actually see him go back to the horror aspect.
I agree.
The line, actually something scary.
And I can wholeheartedly agree with that. I'm glad they're going back to that kind of horror type
scary.
look
Because none of these other characters. I mean, besides Galabarb.
Version 1.
Yeah, version 1 of Galabarb
and Avarkus. Well, they can't see it.
Avarkus and Death.
I don't even think Death looks more like horror.
But still, they're scary characters.
Fair enough, but I don't think Death looks scary. I would say Avarkus and Gethsemane Galabarb are probably the two more horror related statues that,
Right.
that the Court of the Dead's come out with.
And it's fun to actually see another one come up.
Right.
That's the one I'm most excited to see. Plus I'm kind of curious on how they're going to incorporate the feathers on her elbow. I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work. I bet it almost looked like a raptor.
Probably. Now the one I'm most excited about is Ravlatch. That's the one that
A bone faction with flesh.
I just love the look of that statue, man. The shield, the lantern he has, the sword that you can. I think you can attach it. From what I understood, you can attach it. Look at like maybe a sheath on the side, or he can carry the sheath in his hands or something like that.
The sheath of the sword.
Yeah, because he has the lantern that's a relic, and I think you can have either the sword or the shield as the second one. I just love the look of that particular statue as far as the detail in the armor, the shield, the mixed media,
the color palettes.
Exactly, the lantern. That's the one I'm excited the most for, to see all of that in person when I finally get it. Now that's the one I'm excited to see. I can't wait to get that.
Honestly, there's no debate on which one, because each one, it doesn't matter if you pick Poxel or if you pick Ravlatch, each one of them's got the greatest traits to be one of the coolest goddamn statues.
They it's like they exemplify their particular, because I think Poxel's part of the, I got it wrote down here, everybody. Poxel's part of she's part of the Bone faction.
I can see that.
Yeah, and I think I would imagine that Ravlatch would probably be part of the Spear faction. That's the one.
Well, remember, because he's got the blue.
Right. So
he's got the blue coming out of
the
weird
the lantern
thing.
Yeah, I would imagine he's part of the Spear, because it didn't say it on the website. I would imagine he's probably going to be part of the Spear faction. In my opinion,
Odium is actually
part of the Flesh.
No, he is Flesh.
Yeah, obviously he would have to be part of the Flesh faction.
Yeah, because all the scars. You know, each one of these motherfuckers got railroad spikes.
I know. Yeah. So I'm excited to see all of the Court of the Dead, but Ravlatch is the one that I'm most excited to talk about when I have him in hand.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
So let us know in the comment section, which our Court of the Dead subscribers, which Court of the Dead statue that's upcoming that you're most excited for and why. Because I want to hear some of your all's opinions on why you're excited for that particular statue.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes. So thank you for joining us today, man, on talking about some of the upcoming Court of the Dead statues. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get notified of our future videos. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
We'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.